No, stay right there, so. When me go down there, me a go drop.
She can't go down there.
You can't see either.
Auntie,
One up
Zarma,
on top.
see.
You can't see.
It could work on them.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he was dead, yet shall live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worm destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God. Whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another. He brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing with us. The Lord gave is my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
For we are consumed by thine hunger, and by thy wrath are we troubled. Thou hast set our iniquities towards thee, and our secret sin in the light of thy countenance. For all our days are passed away in thy wrath, we spend our years as a clay that is full. The days of our years are 80 and 10, and if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet in their strength labor and sorrow, are soon cut off, and we fly away. Who know the core of thine anger? Even according to thy fear, so is your wrath. Teach us to number our days, that we may apply our heart unto wisdom. Return, O Lord, how long, and let it repent thee according to thy salvation. O satisfy us with thy mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad all our days. Make us glad according to thy will with us, protect us, and the ear will we have seen evil. Let thy work appear unto thy servant, and thy glory unto thy strength. Verse 7. And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish all the work of our hand upon us. Yea, the work of our hand establish.
thanks to God. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Sister Latricia. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to sing this song. And why I choose this song is because it's one of Annette's favorite songs. And I think she draws strength whenever she is in time of stress and trials. I think she draws strength from this song. And I was hoping that she would be here to hear it, but I will do it anyway. Like a weary traveler in this world I'm passing through. All my journeys, my downs are many, and my ups, there are only a few. I'll be up on the mountaintop and I'll be down in the valley too. This road I'm traveling is not an easy one, but by faith I am moving along. For with Jesus I'm making, I know my needs is supplied. Though I've been cast down in pain They can stay further later. And then you drop in. If they. We are going to have the second lesson read by Sister Janelle Chin.
Good afternoon, everyone. The second lesson is taken from 1 Corinthians 14, from verse 15 to 15. Here we go. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God, neither does corruption inherit incorruption. Behold, I shew you a mystery: we shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last change. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall we be brought to pass the writing that is the saying that is written. Death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. But thanks be to God, which giveth us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as much as we know that the
Time now. Wasn't it so? Some glad morning. Glory rise, fly away.
Daniel, for the past 5 years, it seems like we have known each other for a lifetime. As we know, people have different personalities, but Daniel is a good person. Get along with everyone. He was a team leader. You grew up in bad. Good operating in garage, which was one of the most influential. We could put in the garage together. And the Circle family is the biggest last of both the family and the business. I even at time he was at my house. Someone that was asking if he was my son. But he was not son, but his action was like a son to me. He was even the first person who slept in the upstairs of my house. And with the passing of the Daniel, it's a great loss for the business. Great loss. Every single day, we have to have a call and news. Down there, this is not down there, we can get this done. So, yeah, so we don't want to say, we're constructive right here, because I get emotional. So, we're constructive here. But so we don't want to say, condolences to the family. And if anything, you can always call family, because it was always there for me. I'm not going to forget that. And when we pass and gone, we still will keep the connection with the family. Yeah, man, because we're not going to forget Daniel. He was one of the best who come around. His personality, his spirit, everything connected with everybody. No one never know about this about Daniel. Yeah, so we always have to be there for the family seeing me. So then they can count on us. Alright, thanks.
that you are faced with circumstances knows the things that you're going through and how you're hurting. He understands how your heart has been broken into. He's the God of the sun, the stars, the sea, and He is your Father. He'll calm the storm and He'll find a way to fix it for you. And He'll do it again. Oh, He'll do it again. Just take a look at where you are now and where you've been. Hasn't He always come through for you? He's the same now as then. Don't you know God has not changed? You may not know how, you may not know when, but He'll do it again. Remember, He's still God, and He has not failed you. Yes, He is still God, and He has not changed. I know He is still God, and He's fighting for you. Just like Daniel, just
story. And it is a story that starts from the day we were born until the day we die. The task is mine to read the eulogy for the life of Darnell Ronaldo Chin, aka Chin. The moon still sends its mellow light through the purple blackness of the night. The morning star is faded bright before the dawn. The sun still shines just as before. The rose still grows beside my door, but you have gone. Today we are grieving, yet honored to be celebrating the life of Darnell Ronaldo Chin. The unexpected passing of a loved one is one of the most heart-wrenching experiences that anyone may face in their lifetime. Trying to find the right words to express our feelings and connect with others in mourning can feel like a daunting task. Today is the most difficult day in his family and friends' life, as they gather to say farewell to a son, to a brother, to a nephew, to a friend. To those of you here and elsewhere who have known Darnell, you already are aware of the type of person he was. And so, these words you will hear are already in your memory. All men are born for a reason. Some from the moment they are born, their entrance is hurt with a skull, a sign perhaps of what life holds for them. I can smile because I have no doubt that Darnell entered this world with a contagious smile and an unwavering determination to inspire all of us with his unique spirit. When a loved one passes away, it can feel like all joy leaves the world with them, as well as any words to articulate that grief for those moments. We often end up saying, I have no words, which I'm sure most of us are saying. We have no words to express our grief. But sometimes we want to express the rage and the sorrow that comes with death. Also, to honor the beautiful life that once was. And so we gather not so much to mourn a loss, but also to celebrate a life that was a beacon of joy to all who know it. Today we want to share with you a glimpse into the beautiful life of this young man who was taken from us far too soon. To those who were not as fortunate to know him on a personal level, these words will give you a sense of the type of man he was and as an ideal for which we should strive. Darnell Ronaldo Chin was born on the 19th day of December in the year 2002 to mother Naomi Brown of Erie Castle and father Christopher Chin of Sunninghill in the parish of St. Thomas. Darnell attended the Sunninghill Basic School and later the Erie Castle Basic School when his mother relocated. He later attended the Erie Castle Primary School, where he earned a place at the Robert Lightburn High School. There he studied mechanical engineering. He did so well at this field, so much so that he was sent on work experience to complete this area of study on the job. He was engaged in both welding and mechanics. This later became his profession. Darnell showed much skill and exuberance for these skills and became extremely proficient in both. He became so good that today his handiwork and genius can be seen in several water trucks that are actively engaged in taking water to the communities. This is a good achievement. While working at the church corner, Darnell was loved by all he worked with. None could find fault. His work ethics was extraordinary, so much so so that when it was asked of his friends what they would take away from his friendship, two of them immediately said they would take his work ethics. For Darnell, if a job was worth doing, it was worth doing well. This was shown in the way people would call him up to work on their vehicles from all walks of life. Darnell has been often described as a gentle soul. He had great sensitivity for those around him. He had a way with people that made them feel comfortable around him and infected others to gravitate towards him. He exuded the kindness and pure generosity and altruism out of everyone he came in contact with. He was everyone's best friend. His own story and Nata says, Darnell was never disrespectful. They cannot remember a time when Darnell was disrespectful, not even to his peers. It was hard to get him to be disrespectful. When he was faced with situations where he was disrespected, he would laugh and simply walk away. So much so that people were often taken aback and wondered what manner of man was he. Darnell, though surrounded by various friends, never drank hard liquor. And on the rare occasion that he took a drink of rum cream, this bottle, a small bottle, would last him for up to 2 weeks. His friend jokingly said that where Darnell was concerned, water would drown him. He never smoked or cursed. He liked having a good time, but he was not what you would call a party animal. He preferred to spend time with his friends and family, especially his cousin, with whom he had a very close friendship. His cousin, when asked about Darnell, had this to say: Darnell was different. Darnell motivated us all to be the best, to be our very best self. He could reason, and he was never judgmental. If something was wrong with him, you could not know because he was always smiling. He was focused on the goals, and he was a genuine person. There was nothing that you could tell him to get him down. He could not be discouraged from his goals. He was goal-oriented. In his friends and family words, he was simply different. He would often sit and reason with his father about life, and sometimes he had to tell him the truth, but never disrespectfully. Darnell was a peacemaker. You would not hear of him in any quarrel with anyone. Laughter was his way of quenching the fire of anger. His mom recalled that once when he was a student at the Robert Lightburn, one day she was called by the teacher when he was at school. She says she was worried that something had happened and she wondered to herself, when do know? But this was surprising because she knows that he was not a child that gave trouble. However, when he came home that evening and she asked him what happened at school, he refused to tell her. The following day, when she went to school, the teacher told her that there was an altercation wherein a boy wronged him. And in the ensuing altercation, the boy used a chair to place him across his back. The boy was in the wrong, yet Darnell did not raise a finger. The teacher told his mother that she should perhaps have him checked out medically because it was a hard lick that he got. When she asked him about it, he simply said to her, when you think what you know, when you think what you know me, I do. And that was all he said. This gives you an insight into the man, Darnell. To say Darnell was polite is an understatement. Since his early years, he showed respect and caring for all around him. Even though the tormentors experiences through his dark tormentors experiences. Darnell was a constant thread of love, weaving together his story that included friends both in Erie Castle and outside of his hometown. He had a gift for connecting with people and had the rare ability to make everyone feel valued and respected. Sometimes when we go to funerals, you hear people saying all kinds of nice things about people, and we know in our hearts that sometimes it's not true. But I can tell you, every word you hear right now is true. We have not made up anything, because if one or two persons lie about something, the entire community and people outside could not be saying the very same thing. So there is truth to what is being said. Darnell overcame many challenges to become successful in his field. He always found joy in the simple pleasures, like fishing. His mom recalls that Darnell loved fishing and would steal away to go fishing sometimes. She would be so worried that something might happen to him. But later she would see him coming with a string of fish and a big smile on his face. She said she would put her pot on the fire when Darnell went fishing. One of his friends said Darnell got high on life and his bike and his son and his family. That was Darnell's job. He was adventurous and liked to work, and he never got tired of getting up and going to work, even when they recall that even when his foot was sick and he was told to stay home, he could not sit. He was very passionate about his job. He liked to explore and would often take his son and his girlfriend out. Darnell loved riding his bike. And as his close friends and family recalls, there is only one thing that Darnell loved more than his son. Loved more than his bike, and that was his son. Darnell loved his bike. Darnell loved riding. He would practice to ride wheelie, which would worry his mother a lot, and other stunts. Every week, no matter how late he came home or how tired he was, he would lovingly tend to his bike. As his friend recalled, that Darnell often told him that he could open a bike shop due to his extensive knowledge of bikes. He's a friend, of course, and all he knew about bikes, he had learned from his friend. Even if nothing was wrong with the bike, Darnell would put it down to scratch and they would reassemble it. Darnell was a perfectionist. Things had to be done the right way, or he would not be satisfied. It is so ironic that the very thing that he loved so much should play a part in his final demise. Darnell was an excellent father. He loved his son Danique so much. He was his whole world. No matter how busy he was, he always found time to spend quality time with his son and took very good care of him. He was a proud father who was not afraid to show affection. When he took him to school, he took numerous pictures, and with these he would send to his mother. With an open heart, he embraced everyone around him. One of his closest friends, Brandon, said he shared a bond with Darnell as with no other, mostly because of their passion for bikes, and also because Darnell never judged him, but accepted him for who he was, and as such they forged a bond that will always be in his heart. Darnell offered love to friends and strangers alike. He gave without expecting anything in return, thus says his mother. In return, he's leaving footprints of love and kindness wherever he went. But more than his accomplishment, it was his spirit that shone the brightest. His connection with his family members and was profound, a reflection of his pure and unblemished soul. His love for his family was a flame that burned with fervor and was both comforting and inspiring. As a son, he was a pillar of strength to both and a source of joy and a beacon of love for his parents and grandparents, but more so for his mother and father. His bond with his sibling was a beautiful testament to the depth of love that existed between them. His mother recalls that when Darnell was home and was fixing his bike, he would always have his autistic older brother by his side. He never treated him badly, but was always loving towards him, even when his brother misplaced his tools. Darnell, his friends recall that he had a dream of bringing a bike show to St. Thomas. One of his friends remembered that Darnell took him to his first bike show all the way in Kingston. This, he said, will live on in his heart for all time. In his journey through life, he exhibited a resilience that was nothing short of remarkable. Faced with challenges, he stood tall, facing them with courage and turning obstacles into stepping stones and setbacks into comebacks. A reminder that with faith, perseverance, and positive outlook, one can overcome even the most formidable of challenges. A close friend of his reiterated that his spirit in his recollection that when he started his business, shortly after purchasing a vehicle, it crashed. And this is what one of his friends said, that the friend's vehicle crashed. This was a big setback for him, which he felt like giving up. But Darnell was the one who told him that, no, you can't give up because of one setback, my brethren. And to this, he said, this was the motivating factor that allowed his friend to wheel and come again. Today, he's thankful that he had followed Darnell's advice and had not given up. He is an irreplaceable person who will always hold a special place in everybody's memory. Have we gathered here today to remember a life that was a beautiful tapestry of love, joy, and inspiration? We can find solace in the knowledge that His Spirit lives on in the whispers of the wind, and in the rustling of the leaves, and in the beating of our hearts. His legacy is a beautiful garden of memories, blooming with flowers of love, kindness, and joy. A garden of memories we can visit anytime we want to. Just close our eyes and remember the beautiful soul that Darnell was. In this moment of reflection, let us embrace the beauty of His Spirit. Let us celebrate the joyous moments that He brought into our lives. Let us honor His memory by living our lives with the same zest and passion and love that He embodied throughout His life. Let us celebrate the impact He made on our lives and the immeasurable love He brought to us. Though we may never fully understand why such a tragedy had to happen, let us take solace in knowing that we have all been blessed with the time we shared with Darnell. As we bid farewell to a friend, to a son, let us remember that in the grand scheme of the universe, goodbyes are just a pause. A fleeting moment of today. As we stand united in grief and love, let us make a promise to keep this spirit alive, to carry forward His legacy of love, kindness, and compassion, and to live our lives in a way that honors His memory, and celebrate His beautiful journey that is embarked upon this earth. Darnell leaves behind a beautiful part of him in his son, Danique Chin, mother, Leonie Brown, father, Christopher Chin, brothers, Kevon Robinson and Antoine Chin, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, numerous friends, well-wishers. If he were here, he would say, I love you, my friend. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the way you always use. Put no difference in
I can't see them.
No, stay right there. So. When I go down there, I go drop.
She can't go down there.
You can't see either.
Auntie,
One
very
up and
nasty.
You can't see.
It could work on them. There's another.
When I put that down on the flat, you man want to sleep in,
You must see, you must see.
We're going to find them and Chinagabal.
Guys, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Always remember that God is love.